Okay, so I think we should now be live. Good morning in the futures market this morning. Good trading for our style. IB low to IB
when
high.
I left, it was mostly down. Was it?
Well, what it's done is which is a trade that we look for every day. It's wick the IB low and wick the IB high, and so we had winners on both sides of it.
Yeah.
There's an algo. There's an algo that sits there. Right? I've taught this trade for a long time. It's amazing. Nobody else teaches it. It's literally the easiest money on the board day in, day out, right? On both sides, right? It's first test only.
Yeah.
If you went back and did a little P&L on it, it would just blow your mind. But no one teaches it. I can't get these guys to pull the trigger half the time. They're scared of it. And so every day I post the results. Every day I post the results of that trade every day to try and help them get the conviction to take it, because you're going counter trend.
Right.
But it may be the most consistent trade in the S&P. I'm not kidding. It is the most. We see it every single day, both high and low. First test, right? Just a guaranteed scalp. Okay, so what do we got? We got 13 on. Nobody's feeling very chatty, if you will, as in nothing in the chat box.
I haven't been able to add everyone yet because Discord is being a little bitch.
Oh, what do we got here? Bitcoin 500. I kind of like my title, although I may have used that up. God, I got to keep a title file going. We got 10. No, we got 12. God, is the chat going? Because I got no one in the chat.
Yeah, I see 3 people messaging.
Really? Why is my chat not working? Top chat participants, top chat. Oh, geez.
Yeah, maybe just refresh
I just fucked something up there because then that just went away. Whoops. Our system has detected unusual tap. Did you just lose it? Because
I'm still here.
Oh no, I just refreshed YouTube and it says our system has detected unusual traffic from your computer network. Please try again.
Well, you're still live, so
it is.
Let me send you an actual link.
Okay, well, I'm just not seeing the OBS thing. That's all right. I guess that doesn't matter. Where's Bitcoin? 29.5. Okay, well, so I can't see. Shit, now I'm blind. Okay, well, you just sent me.
Make sure
something.
you mute this, but then have that up and you can see chat there, I believe.
Mute on YouTube. I see what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. You got your trading partner with you?
You're still live, so let me send you an actual link.
Oh. Wait, now can you hear me? Wait.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, that's all right. Can you hear me? Now, see,
I don't know if
Bitcoin. Now, if I mute.
This is all through.
Okay. No, that's not working. Oh, fuck. What did I just do? Can you guys hear me? No, I'm thinking you can't.
Yeah, you're still here, Sam.
Oh, that's weird. Well, I've lost all visuals other than just the chart, I'm assuming. Let's see. Make sure I'm still working. Yeah, I got a chart there. Okay. Well, I can't see any comments or any chat, so when we get to 20 people, let me know.
Yeah, we're at 27, so go ahead.
All right, guys. Happy Monday to everyone. Thanks for joining us. Oh, here we're about, 11:40. Just getting started here. So I'm very psyched today to announce to you guys a new member of our team. Members, of course, all know him very well, but YouTube subs, like to introduce you. He goes by Erixis82. And Erixis has been with us, are we going on 2.5, 3 years?
After the 2017 high, I joined.
Right. When everybody started looking,
it's pushing 5 years now.
Yeah. Oh wow. It's been a good long time that he's been with us and has worked his way through the ranks. always stood out because he was professional about how he approached things. It wasn't like, oh, let's come in here and see what happens, right? He was deliberate about things. He took an intellectual approach to the study of the content. You know, he was professional about it, and it stood out. So he was kind of a rising star as soon as he got with us, and then as he progressed and, you know, knocked down belt after belt after belt, and then he was one of our first, I think, our second brown belt, which is no easy task, right? So to make brown belt, because that's 50 profitable trades, you have to demonstrate, right? And so that was, I think a couple of months ago, he made it to brown belt rank, I should say, and then as we had an opening on the staff, he was the obvious choice. All the people that work for me have all come out of the membership. Every single one of them, right, regardless of what they're doing, which is kind of a nice benefit of this whole little experiment. So Rick says, I'm just going to turn over the mic to you. Just maybe talk a little bit about, you know, your approach to the market and your experience with TDU and why you stick around and why you were willing to join the team.
Yeah, absolutely. So thanks for having me on. It's always fun to do a live stream. I like to talk to people, so just cut me off if I can run too long here. But like I said, I've been trading pretty much since about 10K Bitcoin on the way up for the first time was when I really got into trading. You know, thought I was an expert because I was killing it and every trade I took was a winner. And then they all started going the wrong way, and I'm like, I don't know a damn thing. So watching YouTube through a lot of people, and probably like a lot of you guys ended up here, people referenced Trade Devils and Sam, and I'm like, well, I better watch this stuff. And after probably 2 hours of video, I'd already subbed. So that's how I got here. I'm a professional doctor of pharmacy, so I've been in school for 6 years to do that. That was 15 years ago. And what Sam was saying about the professional approach, I appreciate that. I don't know that I am, but I will say that I've studied more to be a trader and to learn the things that I do here than I ever did in school to be a pharmacist. So this is there's a lot to learn. There's a lot of experience to gain. And, you know, like I said, I've been trading for about 5 years now, and it's really just scratched the surface. I joined, you know, everybody kind of has this vision in your head. If you're good enough at Elliott Wave, you can see the future. And I hate to break it to you, but it's just not true. It gives you lots of options. It helps you plan for the future, but you cannot forecast it. You have to always have your risk management in place. I apologize. There's a fire truck coming by me here. So
no problem.
Anyway, that's kind of my path and how I got in there. Now I still use Elliott Wave, but I've done it so much. I mean, really the only person I would say who is a more skilled Elliott Wave analyst than me is also on our staff, Tudum. And I think that says a lot for the quality of the education that's been provided here. You know, my role here is I'm kind of administering the brown belt. I'm going to try to help contribute a little content, or not the brown. I'm administering the belt system. Hopefully get all you guys up to brown and black. And, you know, my goal is really to make it worthwhile for you. I don't care if you pass a test, you get a rank, whatever. I want you to make money. And that's really what my goal is going to be going forward, and focusing and working with everybody who comes in. Anybody who's looking to be a new member, I'm going to be talking to you, see if it makes sense financially, educationally, everything for you. It's an investment, and it needs to be one that makes sense for you. So that's kind of my heads up. I've got my own trading style now that actually Monty, Sam, Tudum all helped me develop, a couple other members. And I will be looking forward to sharing that more with you in depth when I'm available.
Yeah, I love that, right? Bringing in different, you know, it's there's like a core, and then there's the variations based off personality, your risk tolerance, you know, what you gravitate to. Or so some people, it's very much about the Elliott. Other people, it's very much about the geometry. Other people, it's all about the algos and the fib relationships. But that diversity with common themes of context, I think, is what gives us a collective, you know, coordinated approach to trying to identify where the opportunities are in the market. And how you get there is, you know, maybe not as important as identifying where it is, comfortably entering the market, and then managing the risk, right? And not getting, you know, distraught because you took a stop, right? It's just that's part of the business. It
really is. And I mean, it's you know, something I'm really hoping to help people with too is their emotional management and their mental state. in relation to their performance. That's once you get to a certain skill level, it's more important than your technical abilities and your analysis abilities.
I could not agree more, right? As I often say, the TA, that's kind of the fun part. That's solving the puzzle, right? Then
exactly.
Trading, these are two different skill sets. Analyst, one, and there are great analysts that cannot trade. There are great traders that do nothing but make money, but if you ask them to do a detailed TA analysis on something, they may not be able to do it. Right? It's finding the balance that works for the individual. But ultimately, right, I mean, the skill that everyone, regardless of your approach, has to master is the money management, right? And the mental part of the game.
It is, because you can have your, you know what, I set my stops as soon as I take my trade, blah, blah, blah. Well, there's a cancel button. And let me tell you, I've hit it a few times. It's easy to cancel those stop losses just before they get hit, because, you know, I just need another dollar or two and it'll come back my way. You know, $10,000, $20,000 loss later, you're like, oh, I guess it wasn't coming back.
Yeah. Who hasn't done
that? You know, it's just one of those things that you really, your emotional state and your mental state are so important to your performance as a trader that once you are a competent technician, which we teach everybody to be a competent technician, and I think we could get just about a monkey up to that level.
I'd agree.
You know, once you're there, you're all about mental state, being in the right frame of mind, and doing what you know to do, even though your emotions are yelling at you to do something else.
Right. That is. You just nailed it right there. Well, that is well, as I said, we're really excited to have you on the team, and you know.
Well, thank you. And I mean, I really could just talk for another 20 minutes, but people probably do want to see some TA.
I know the people that are you know what happens, right? They're watching it now. They heard about 5 minutes of this, and they've already fast forwarded to the first chart. But you know, so they're in, right? So they're in is a key piece of the puzzle right there, because they don't want to don't talk about money management shit. Just get to the chart, right? Where can I make some money? And the funny thing is, right? All those people that just fast forwarded through this, they're the ones who need to hear it the most.
Yes, because I thought, you know what, I'm not an emotional person. It doesn't affect me, but it does. I mean, it doesn't matter who you are.
Yeah, it does, right? So, fear and greed, right?
Anyway, I'm thrilled to be on board and, you know, looking to do some more content with you live and in recorded videos. And I think it'll be good for our YouTube audience and definitely our members. I'm always here, you know, DM me. Well, I mean, I talk with a lot of you every day anyway. So, thanks for having me on here, and I won't take up the rest of the TA time for the people who are fast forwarding.
Okay. All right, Rick says, hey, man, next time be prepared, because we'll get the screen share sorted out, and you won't be in your truck. So we'll
but I'll have plenty of
time.
TA for people to look at.
Yeah. Okay. Good deal, man. Thanks for jumping on with us.
Thanks. Have a good one.
Okay. See you, man. All right. There you go, guys. All right. So, just out of curiosity, if I can get I guess I can't. All right, so I'm still blind to the chat. Okay, so with that out of the way, all right, so how long did we go there? I don't know how long we went, right? For those people that fast forwarded, you know, just if you're just picking this up now because you fast forwarded to the chart, I'd encourage you to go back and listen, right? People that make money, consistent characteristics in their approach to the market. And it's not about the TA. Okay. So, to the TA, right? Okay, so let's get to that part, and we'll see if we can mix in a few little nuggets along the way here. So first up, I've got ETH. Now this is, well, you guys all know, members, of course, and regular viewers of this content know James M. He's been with us a long time, very skilled Elliottician, and he's giving us his look at, I guess this is some short-term trading that he's doing. Hang on. So he's got us in a wave 4, so right, per his notes, this is, so let's see, let's see if I have a full chart here. This would be, let's see if I can get it here, is hourly. Okay, so this must be an alternate, right? So my guess is this is the wave 4. It's got to be what he's thinking here. This is his 2 hour, right? So that's got to be kind of a clue here. Well, this would be, it's almost identical to Bitcoin, right? It's lockstep, right? So does that look like an impulse? Well, sadly, it's a stretch. Okay, so let's zoom in here. So the idea being, here's a consolidation. Again, it's literally a mirror image of Bitcoin. So here's the consolidation. And good God, let me go to 30 here. this is, oh God, it's exactly the same, right? So here's the, what the fuck is it, right? How do we deal with this? It looks like an ABC, but then is it ABC? Did you go WXY into the 2 here? If that's the 3, that's kind of what it looks like. This looks like a good location for the 4, so the implication would be that we're heading down here to some of these lower levels. Geez, maybe the hourly, I can see it. All right, so now you kind of work backwards. So, okay, well, if I've got an impulse here, can I get it done here? Looks like if we're going to do that, it looks like, oh, shit, how are we going to do that? Well, this would have to be, no, let's see. So we do it here, right? So this would have to be the 3, 4. Oh, God, let's label it here. So, oh, shit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is what it looks like. Let's get that up a degree here. It looks like we're doing here. And to be consistent with his count, looks like, oh shit, I wish I could see his chat because I'm not sure that that's right here. So of the internal, then we'd be here at, pick your pivot here. You could do an ABC here, ABC into the 2 here, 3, 4, 5 gets you done there. There's your 3. Just out of curiosity, let's just double check that we're all right here. If that's 1 and that's 2, where'd we get? Right in the pocket. So that seems like a reasonable count. My guess is his would be close to that, right? So here's the consolidation. Now, did we get back? Is that enough of a test? Well, first thing I'd want to check is where are the algos? All right, I say this jokingly, but where's Waldo? Jesus Christ, I swear to God. I think you guys think I'm making this up, right? So where's Waldo, right? Right, where do we stop? I can show it 10,000 times, right? It doesn't make it any more challenging to pull the trigger there. Why? Because the market's going up, right? So there has to be something more there. See that in this kind of what Rixus is talking about. We can do the TA to say, well, odds are that's a 3, right? Now, see right there, right? Well, let's see. So what would make you think, right? So it kind of looks like, okay, maybe there's a 5 there, 3 here, maybe there's another 5 here, but there's almost no way to put an impulse into this. It just doesn't have the right look. Even if you went with a 5 here and a 3 here, this, okay, what would be your best case, right? First you'd have to finish the low here, which is dubious, right? That you could get it done cleanly. That you would have needed, well, at the very least, you'd need to break the golden zone. Right? I mean, that's the last dominant pivot. So you're going to have to break that to make you think 3. So then you might have thought, right? So I'm trying to think, right? If you're uncomfortable taking that, why? What are you thinking? Oh, okay, 1 shallow 2. Okay, 1, another shallow 2, and now we're going to go 3, right? But when this starts to roll over, but at that point, right, you're kind of too late. But let's see, what am I down on here? I'm down to an hourly. That works, right? So A, we're going to expand the B into this B here. So how's he getting here? W. So we're going to go A, B, C. This is interesting, right? So he's still, it would seem, James, you got one more count. You're looking for one more up. So if that's the W, that's the X, then we're looking for the Y here. Okay, let's play that out, right? Now that I'm kind of seeing the bigger picture here. So he's trying to get it done this way. Here's an ABC into a W, ABC into an A. So my guess is he's thinking that that's not deep enough for why we wouldn't put the X here, WX. So if we're going to go A, B, we're coming down to the C of the X, and then we'd be going into the Y up here. So the actual WXY would be here. WXY gets us into a bigger correction. Okay, let's pull out on that and see how that would fit with where we are, right? So we'd have this channel to play with. James is definitely the channel master, right? He uses channels like I use median lines. They're always on the chart, right? So it guides him, and he's looking for those confluence points. So here would be one right there. as we come back into this box of consolidation. We'll give that a little fatter, right? So we come back into this consolidation. Here we are. We've got a low volume node here, so we'd be just on the edge of the high volume, which is often where you'll see it turn, right? If it gets through here, likely to get to the next one. Okay, well, where would the next golden zone be? All right, so if we're coming, right into the pocket here, why would you not? Well, so part of this is we don't have the pivot here, right? So and this could be, it's kind of tricky to say here. I'm gonna hide this one, James, just so I can see a little bit better in there. Okay, so what do we really have here? Well, one thing I do see here, since this is corrective, and this is up on Bitcoin as well, if I've got this right on that pivot. Let's make sure here, because this was to the tick in Bitcoin. Right there. Right there. Right there. Right there. Okay. There we got it. Okay, so remember, it's when we're looking at a correction, you're not looking for something this steep. So that's why we go to the shift we go to a shift or modified being just a channel. In a correction, I'll always check for the shift first, right? So right, so we got it. What do you see what we're doing there? We're hitting the median line as we split the Vegas wave. I know, probably just a coincidence. Okay, so if this, and he's suggesting here that we're not done here. There's a deeper correction. We're coming up to a Y, so we get a deeper Y. I'm not. Well, this will be telling, right? I'm not so sure. Personally, I'm not sure I would go there that quickly, right? I don't know why we can't go WX. Well, why here? Not sure why we're not done there. It'd be at the 38, but that's his view of it. So he's looking for a little bit more here. So here's the 5. We're going through here's an expanded, right? We're going through this before we come down here. Well, that wouldn't make you wonder about the pivot from the low. Are we going to have an algo to defend down here? Are we going to do it here, or are we going to do it here, right? Algo is not going to care about that. So we do it from here. So where's the next opportunity if he's looking at this to play out? Well, one thought is if we do come down here, right, it's a function of, okay, well, there's going to have to be one more little push, right, to get us down here. So we have a WX, right? We don't have this Y that he's after right here. We don't have that yet. I think that's reading a lot in, right? It may very well be right, but we don't have enough yet to really lean into it. So what he's doing here, he's laying out, this is, I'm sure, because I can see he's got other counts in here. This is one scenario. It's one. Could be that we're just going to be done here at this double top, right? We could just bring it over. We know it's technical, right? We got a golden zone and a median line touch. Oh, all right. So since we did get that, and I think it was this pivot, right? Always got to look on the other side. Now here, I am not looking at the correction. Well, and to some degree I am, but if I'm projecting, if this is going to come down for the Y, then we might be revisiting here. But this would suggest here, right? Because that was off of this one here. Get it, right? So we get a golden corner here, same 80%. Right there. So that'd put us at 1,500. Oof, I don't like the sound of that, right? But I mean, certainly we could go lower. So if we're gonna, if this is all ultimately about giving this low a test, as it would seem with Bitcoin, that's $300 test. I mean, that's a $300 break, I should say it that way, right? If we're going down to get this. We low here 16, so from 16, so that's really 200 and change to get to a new low down here. That might do it. Well, we're getting a little wonky down there. It's a little harder to see it. What else do we have here? That's a 2 hour. So bigger picture. A, B, C into the X, Y, down. All right, so it's a little, that's a lot of filling in the gaps here. Let's see what the market does. So I guess at the end of the day, is there a trade here right now? Is there a trade here? Well, you're a little late for the short off of this, right? You're kind of late for that. Oh God, that's impossible to see. I realize that you're too late here. So what would be if you were anxious for a trade? Well, if you get a retrace here, right, that's probably for the scalping side of it. I don't know that I'd want. You want to be careful about. That's why you want to get long here. So as we approach the golden zone, okay, of course we could break, right? But you're going to have a little reaction, right? And that can spook you out of the trade. So you'd want to be plenty in profit before you got here, so that you had that choice. Okay, what happens here? You know the algo is going to fire, right? Unless there's news to drive it right through, it's going to fire. Now, it doesn't mean it holds, but you're likely to get. So if you were in profit here, you might take a partial, right? Let's see how big the kickback is. I think all of these need a test, right? If it doesn't have to come down to the tick low, but some effort to try and get to, because what's down here? Liquidity, right? So the market will always move towards liquidity. In the same way, what was up here? Right? Liquidity, right? What'd they do? They went and grabbed liquidity. They, right? There's always the mysterious they on the other side, right? I was struggling on Friday. The composite, right? So the technical term, as Grant F. was nice enough to share with me. I couldn't remember. I was just having a senior moment. The composite operator is what he calls it. I had composite man. I got close. But the composite operator, which is, whether it's a market maker, a whale, an exchange, somebody who's trying to fuck you, right? That's generally the consensus, right? And it's not that there aren't people out there trying to pick your pockets. There are, right? The second you're involved in the market, everybody's goal is to empty your wallet. So, okay, you got to know that going in. And there are forces at play here, right? You got to be mindful of. Which is why, back to where we started when we were talking to Erie, right? It's money management. Like doing all this TA, getting the median lines, it's not that fucking hard. It's just not, right? Once you know how to do it, okay, right? Oh, I got 3 pivots, right? I mean, again, as we said, we can teach just about anyone TA, right? That's not the hard part. This is the fun part. Pulling the trigger there, see, this is why this is hard. Because when that thing's going up like that, you're thinking, what are you thinking, right? Right? We're just going to keep going, right? That's your mind fills in the blanks here, right? But where's the trade, right? I mean, it's literally you're right into a double top, you got high volume, you're right at a golden zone, the fucking count doesn't look clear. I mean, that's a trade you got to at least entertain. What would your risk been there, right? So you're selling at 21.63, you could put a stop at 22.05. Right? If that's too much risk for you, this may not be the right sport. Right, you got to be able to handle that, right? Not freak out and not take it with 500x, right? That's just dumb, right? You're just asking to blow your account up. All right, that's good. Nice to see some of the short-term stuff in there, right? So a lot of times, so much of what we're doing is working on the 60-minute and above, as that's where Elliott is most effective, right? I think Erie would be first to concur with me there. It's most effective on the longer time frame, right? Because there's so much noise here, and we get down to the 5-minute. We're trying to label the fucking 5-minute, right? You're changing it all the time. 60 minutes and above is where it's most effective, right? For new students, keep that in mind. Right? You're going to want to take it down to the 5-minute, right? It's just natural to do it, right? And there's a place for that when you're trying to qualify a count. Did we really get a clean finish? But I wouldn't stay down here and try and make your living down here. All right, so good work as always, ETH, from James M on ETH. I got a Bitcoin from him as well. So let me kill that, and I'll keep this one. We'll get his Bitcoin over here. So yes, of course I want to see your additional content. Ah, shit, that's not what I want. I want this here. Hang on. Oh yeah, shit. This is oh damn, James shared this with me and I thought I had a handle on it. Let's take a look here. God, I should have taken him up on the offer to explain this to me. Okay, look at the percentage moves that we're doing here. So let's move this off a little bit. Okay, look at the percentage moves that took place from the start of wave 1 to the end of wave 3. So we're going back to, where are we on? Bitstamp? Well, that's not the whole history, but that's most of it. Okay. Another member had something posted today. I had a tweet on this about the Gann doing some time analysis on the monthly and showed no new high till 24, 25. Okay, so what we're doing here, we're looking at percentage up to percentage. Fuck, James, I'm not sure I got into this well enough to... Okay, so here we go. All right, so I'm guessing that an approximate 540% move up is about to happen after one more low. Well, that makes sense to me, right? We test the low. So here would be, okay, 540% up. Here's 542. Here's, oh, fuck. I can't do this effectively. James, I need you, Jesus, I need to get you on here. I'm not sure I can follow this with you. I should have called you and asked you to explain it to me. We have one more leg down to about 23K. Boy, he's all over that 23K. Man, am I going to give him big props if he gets that. All right, because that I used it in Friday's video because he sent me a detailed count that showed me exactly how he was getting there. The 200 EMA is right at 23K as well. When we get there, the 200 moving average bottom of the long curve, the 50-200 cross, which signifies the bottom is coming. Hold on to your asses, right? So we got, so here he is, 23K. He's really got that nailed. And here would be the timing, right? So we see, right, it makes perfect sense, right? We're come down one more time, and then we get this. Well, I'm hopeful that that's what we see. This is a good sign here. Look at the nice, so you literally have a contracting diag in the RSI. Interesting, right? So that's, well, this is how I'm approaching it. I see this little range down here as an area to accumulate. Pull it over. You got your 17 high. What do we get to here? All right, I mean, that's a window that I would, again, not with leverage, not money you can't afford. What if it does take 2-3 years to get a new all-time high, right? So if you're going to park money there, be prepared to park it there. If you're not prepared to do that, well, now you're not trying to take that as a longer-term trade, right? You're trying to trade it. My suggestion would be that's an area to consider accumulation. Okay, so I can't do that justice, James. Shit, I wish I could put you on live, and you could probably talk us through it. I know it's there. I just can't do it on the fly. All right, my bad. All right, so let me keep moving here. Maybe I can get him back the next time to walk us through that. Okay, so I got to get Grant F onto NVIDIA. Okay. Sorry, James. We'll maybe we talk that through so I can explain it next time. Get the general gist of it. Okay, well here, so I love this about Grant F, right? Every setup is exactly the same, right? It's what makes him a good trader, right? He's just the consistency, right? It's always the same. Where's the Elliott count? Can we identify a clean count, right? Not a could be this, could be that count. Let's find a clean count that's literally impossible to fuck it up, right? How do you get this wrong, right? Come on, right? We can all see the 5 there. Okay, well, if only we could get that 5 to be followed by a 3, wouldn't that be great? And wouldn't it be cool if it actually came to where we know an algo is going to respond and we could put a set of median lines around it and so we could have 3 targets? If only that ever happened. Only. Okay, right? So anyone who's looking for something in the equity markets, if you can find a better setup than that, I would love to see it. Well, pretty sure you're not going to give me one that's better. So I've got the most common harmonic there is a Gartley, the original harmonic. I've got a clean impulse. I got a clean 3. It's a little tricky in here. It's a little sexy, right? So we got an A, then we get an A, expand the B into the B, so we get the C, right? So it gives us the C of the B, which actually launches the harmonic because we get to the 786, right? So you break, right? For a Gartley, you got to break the golden zone, right? You got to get up to 786. Now we come down 1632 here, so you get a PRZ in the golden zone. Okay. So you're waiting for something better? Really? You're looking for... No. I like those trades that have 100% probability of profit. 80 is not good enough for me. Well, as soon as you find that 100% probability of profit trade, please do send it over. In the meantime, I don't know of anything better than that. If I did, I'd talk about it all day long, right? Because there is nothing. Well, the only thing that even competes, right, is selling out of the money options. That's it, right? And you better know what you're doing there. So but look, risk reward here, right? That's what we're focusing on, right? So we look at up here and you go, look at all I can make. What a professional looks at, what's my risk tolerance here? What can I afford this trade? What's the size to allocate here? What's the appropriate position sizing? Am I going to trade this in the underlying or am I going to trade this in options? If I'm going to trade it in options, I need enough time for that to be realized. Which means I got to put more money into it because I got to pay for that time, because with options, time is money. So if I got to stay with something through I wouldn't try. You got to give yourself at least a 30-day buffer with an option because of the time decay. So you're going to need 6-month option minimum, which means you're going to have to spend some money, right? Now you can buy it right at the money, so you're going to pay for it, and your potential return here is astronomically high. In an option, right? If you're buying at the money here at 151 and we get up to 300, well, that, again, you're going to need to buy time here for that to realize. What a gorgeous setup. Oh, let's go to the 8 here and see where we are in the bigger picture. Well, that's interesting. That's not a log scale, but I don't think it'll matter. Right. So, all right, let's look at the negative. Okay, what's the negative? If this is a completed impulse, right? Couldn't we have more to go here? So this could be 3, 4, 5. So thus, right? So why do that? Why not just take the trade, right? Okay, there it is. Go. Well, you got to put it in context, and to some degree, you'd have to look back here and say, wait a minute. If this impulse is finishing the 5th of the 5th of the 5th of the 5th, well, what's the alternate here, right? W, X, Y, right? Does that change that trade? No, it doesn't, right? But I would want that context, is that you're potentially just putting in the W here. Still, right? The trade is long, right? Even if you're just trading into for the X, right? You're looking for a 3. And that's a good example of how Elliott can help you with the context. Now here I could get a 5, but okay, so if we're looking for an ABC. Now I could get a 5 in the A, right? I could get a zigzag into the X. But the broader structure that I'm anticipating here per the context, which is tied to what did we just complete there, would suggest that, maybe there's another leg down there. So I'm not gonna. So if I were to get here, I'm not going to be a greedy pig and just go, oh well, shit, let's probably go higher. Because of that context, right? The anticipation is that now we roll over, because what would you be labeling this? Right? I mean, that's a big part of the question. What are you labeling that? 2? Really? Okay. So if that's the case, shit, where are we here? This is 19. Is that COVID? Nope, that's COVID right here. Okay. So so this is the completed, when are we starting here? From 18? Oh, geez, you got to go back a ways here to find that. That's the financial crisis low here. All the way. This is the Fed, right? The Fed doing that. It's NVIDIA, right? So the crypto craze, also part of that. Interesting. It peaked up here, 18, right? Where crypto peaked back a little bit. Okay, so now, good luck trying to find an NVIDIA card if you need one. I just went through that. Okay, so you're looking for 3 here before you're looking for 3 here. Great work, right? Again, if you got a better setup, I would love to see it. Right there, right? Perfect trading plan, perfect discipline, right? Always the same TA. Pay attention to that. That's why he's a good trader. Okay, JB Capital. Where have you been, man? Okay. All right, glad to see you posting. All right, let's see what we got here in JB Capital. Phantom. Oh, we haven't looked at Phantom for a while. Another darling in the alt space. Well, that's an exchange I don't recognize. Gate.io. I think I saw something that they part of what you could look at here. Okay. Well, what else would you do there? I mean, again, you know, so some people say, well, I don't use Elliott Wave. Really? Okay, so if you don't use Elliott Wave, well, how about this? Do you use higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, right? Do you define a trend there? So what you're saying, if you're like, I don't do Elliott Wave. Elliott Wave's crap. Okay, so you're just going to go higher high, higher low, higher high. All right. So if I get 3 higher highs and 2 higher lows, right? You're just going to resist calling that an impulse just on principle. Oh, that's bullshit. I can't call it that. It's not uncommon thinking. Okay, we are in log space here. In log scale, I should say. So we're 038. Well, okay. Just out of curiosity, let's take it out here. See if we can make any sense of this. Not really. Okay. Let's get you up here. Well, so we can anticipate there's likely an order block in here or a demand zone. This is kind of annoying, but we got to use it, right? Likely an algo will use it. So you kind of set this up. Nice here. So he's looking for, okay, so JB, okay, so you got a great start here. You got a little error here into a B, right? So we can't have a 5 into a B. Which is, okay, it's just a little Elliott knowledge, right? So a 3 is always going to be, or a B is always going to be a 3. So the only thing you've got wrong here is that you would be looking for the broader structure. Now, it could be, you know, all sorts of complexity, but right, the structure we're after for the B here, if we're going to get, pardon me. Maybe that's an alternate count here. Let me bring that back. So if you're saying, how are you doing this? Okay, so if you're saying ABC into an A here, and then okay, all right, so I was thinking maybe you're thinking WXY, but you're not. Okay, so just to be clear here, so I suppose you could call that an A, but I think you'd be more inclined to call this a W, right? So if this is going to go zigzag, we'd put the X here, and then you'd look for another 3 here. So there's 5, 3, 5. So zigzag is what, yes, zigzag is what you're after. Ideally, that B wouldn't go that high. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we can live with it. It's a double top, right? Zigzag. Typically, right, the B's not going to be a double top, but that's a better count there than a flat. That's a 5, right? So you're kind of stuck with it. Let's see here. Let's go on 8. You could be a little early here. Just as an alternate here. Just consider this as an alternate, right? So that we might go 1, 2, 3, working on the 4, coming down for the 5 here. So let's get on micro here. Again, right? It's just like, okay, we're not doing this in permanent ink, right? Let's see. All right. So sometimes you just take another look at it. Okay. So where's our highest probability location for a wave 3? Not many videos that I do where I'm saying, let's see if we can spot the wave 3. Right now, it's not every time. A good 80% of the time, you're going to see the wave 3 right there. A good 80% of the time. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So I think actually now this starts to look like you mean it's too soon, right, to call it a WXY. So my thought here is this is a little too much too soon, right? You don't need to do all that forecasting. It's too much too soon, right? So let's get through the correction here. Now you could put the 2 buck down here. Let's get rid of this, right? There's going to be order blocks galore down there if I put that on. AB 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 puts us at least down here more in this range. Now the C relative to the A is getting pretty stretched, so let's just kind of keep an eye on that, right? We don't want to go too crazy here. That's kind of interesting. That's an overlap with the 1618, 175. I mean, Well, I think that's the better count there. This is the impulse, right? So that's impulsive. This is the typical, okay, what are we doing? There's, this is, bulls are thinking, oh, maybe, and it rolls over, right? So there's a 1, 2. I think that's a cleaner count because you can get the 5 done there. Maybe ugly, but you can get it done. So it's a diag, right? So if this is the 4, you've overlapped, right? So we're getting a leading diag. It's not the sexiest ever, but I think that looks like the better 3, 4. So I'd be looking for more prices down below. And then wait and see what you get here. Now, how would you know? So let's go to your count, right? So you were thinking, okay, the ABC, that this won't be the 2. Well, if you get a 5 here, right, how will you know that's not a 1? Right? If you're thinking, oh, this is going to be W because you had an A, B, C, you were looking for it down here. Well, if I get a 5 here, how do I know that that's not just part of how do I know that it's not just another zigzag? How do I know? Trick question. You don't know. Nor will anyone else on the planet. Right? It's always just it's an educated guesstimate. Okay, well, if that's what I've got, if I get this here, right, or here, there's no way to know, right? And now, if you got a 1, 6, 1, 8 here, you might be starting to look impulsive, and you got a big rip-roaring 3 into that. Okay, you might have a little more conviction in that, but that could still be WX, right? Now, if we get past this pivot, you're starting to think 3, 1, 2, 3, but you don't know until it happens. So you have to deal with these in context. Well, so where would the next trade be? Well, if you're not going to do this, right? If you're not looking for that to come down here to complete, which I don't know that that's necessarily the right push, right? Certainly everything in crypto is weak right now. But if we're doing that, where's the trade? Not here. Here, right? Here's the trade. Right? Because then whether this ends up being an ABC but into an X or a 1, 2, 3, it doesn't matter. That's the trade right there. Now, how do you sweeten it? Right there. How do we sweeten it even further? Oh, give me some geometry to guide me. Okay, how do we make this a professional trade? How would a professional approach it? Jesus, what the hell have I got here? Oh, because it's log scale, that's why. Ah, come here. Let's try that again. Log is a pain in the ass. God damn it. I hate log scale. Have I mentioned that? I absolutely hate having to do it, but it's just, we have to do it. It's a real pain in the ass for a technician. Welcome to trading. Don't need to give it that much. That's maybe a little too optimistic. But okay. 94 to 1. Okay, right? Are you going to get that? Well, who knows, right? You could.
You muted or just not talking?
Sorry. You really have to. You have to think about this. So to some degree, you got to get at ease with yourself and like, okay, let's assume I'm wrong, right? So you say, okay, can I afford to take that loss? Now, if it goes your way, okay, I mean, obviously, right? That's the right thing. But if your first assumption is, let's assume I'm going to be stopped out, right? Which really should be you want to be thinking that way. I know I'm going to be wrong more than I'm right. So, okay, first let's talk about the impact to my account if I get stopped out, because odds are, just pure odds, I'm going to get stopped out. Okay, so what's the impact, right? How much can I? Now, you're not taking the trade with the anticipation you can get stopped out, but just the reality of doing the mathematically, taking all of the emotion, the greed, the fear out of it, just statistically, odds are you're going to get stopped out. So you got to calculate that first. So then if it goes, oh, well, that worked out beautifully. Oh, you feel good about it. If you get stopped out, it's like, well, okay, well, I planned for that. I didn't go too heavy here because it's one thing I can absolutely promise you. If you ever need a trade to go, just this one, just do this one. Okay, just give me this one. I can fucking guarantee you it's going to do that. It's just I can't explain it, right? But if you need a trade, it will not happen. You can't need it. You can want it, but you can't need it. Oh, God damn, man. If I get stopped out there, my account's going to liquidate here. I need this one. It just universal law, right? You will get stopped out. So you got to be at peace with this part of it first. Because then if you get stopped out, it's not like, motherfucker, God damn. It's just like, okay, I planned for that. Okay, next trade. Not, oh my God. Fuck, I can't make any money. They're all against me. They're running my stops, right? That no successful trader has ever been able to maintain success with that mindset. This is not how you're going to be successful long term. So plan for the stop, right? Accept the winner when they come, right? The market gives reluctantly. It takes aggressively. Okay, let me keep going here. Okay, so JB, right? I'm sure that's a quick fix for you on the knowing a B's a 3. Zafar, okay. Neo, we're back to Neo, right? He loves this one. Or he's got a big position in it, one or the other, but this is a regular for him. Okay, so maybe it's starting to turn around. Let's take a look. What do we got? Oh, what do we got there? Super trend? Kind of looks like it. Well, let me make a copy here and see how we're doing with Neo. Okay, I got a 4-hour here, so I got to pull out and see what the hell we're looking at. Okay, looks like we're in a triangle. All right, so that is I think that's super trend. Pretty sure it is. Is that it? What is it? I'm pretty sure that's super trend, but maybe not. Right? I don't recognize it. CE with that label. Okay, looks like it's helping him. Okay, but for our purposes, I'm going to take it off just because I don't know it. It looks like super trend, but I don't want to speak to it without really knowing what's behind it. Okay, so let's let me get out. I got to go out further here. Okay, well that's interesting. So we just did. Okay, I'm gonna have to go to a daily here to get a handle on your count. Okay, so whoa. Well, so my first thought, just looking that up here, is that it's overly complicated. Which now I appreciate, right? You're trying to get every pivot here, but if I'm looking at that, okay, there, swing, correct, swing, right? That's pretty much all I'm seeing. So I don't know that there's any. We're gonna go W X Y X Z A B C. It's like seems too complicated to me. Okay, so how could we here? Well, it looks like I could do this. Okay, so what are we doing here? We are in a bit of a range, to say the least. Is there a trade here? It ain't pretty. That really drives it home, doesn't it? It looks a lot better up here. Well, let's see. So if we've gone from 142 down to $10. Whew, there's true crypto carnage right there. And we've got this. He's projecting down for the 100 here. So this is just kind of complicated for. I think I would just be looking at it like that. Maybe, I mean, it's just a big, you do it that way, right? It's just a big range, and you have no particular advantage where you sit right now. So there's no real edge here. I'm going to take that off. I see what you're doing. A, B, C, right? So not impulsive, corrective. Okay, what's the most rudimentary thing we could do? And I in the interest of simplifying, I'd be doing this, right, or something like that. It's just, yeah, fuck it. It almost doesn't matter, right? This is corrective. This is not impulsive, so it's part of the larger correction. I don't see anything here I like. Zafar, I think you got to just. My guess is you're in this and you're kind of stuck, right? Because you post it regularly, so it must be something you're kind of stuck with. As in, you started out as a trader and you ended up a hodler. But it could be, right? I'm guesstimating. Right? I don't know why you were in initially, right? Probably saw something you liked. You could have been thinking 1, 2. Okay, you didn't really get an impulse here for the 1, 2. A, B, C. So, yeah, I think you just got too much here. Ah, shit. I'd probably do it this way. W, X, Y. And I do it this way here. This looks like I do the oh, that's the higher high. I see why I did that. You could probably get a 5 in there. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Are we done there? Wait, let's go down to an hourly. What did you send me? Okay, so now I'm back to what you sent me. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, triangle 4. That's for sure. It looks like A, B, C, D, E. We need one more little pop up before that rolls over. So my guess is you're long. So you got one more little shot. Well, it looks like if it's going to play the triangle, it's got to come up one more time and then come down. I'm going to do it like that. A, B, C, D, E. One more. Could overthrow a little bit. Somewhere in that range before it rolls over again. So, right, we don't want to buy. We don't want to try and buy the falling knife. So at least give me well, ideally you'd get a higher high. But you don't always get that on the first push, right? You'd have to break one of these pivots. So you'd get this, right? So, but at least get me the higher low. So I got something to work with, right? And there is the, I was talking about this last week. This is always the conundrum that we face as traders, right? That's it right there. It doesn't matter what anything else. It doesn't matter. Here's the exact same thing we all deal with. Okay, it goes up. Now, is it holding here, or is it just doing that? That's. I mean, you could break trading down to it's as simple as that, right? Doesn't matter where we are. This could be a 1 month. This could be a 1 second. When it gets here, what are we doing? That is trading right there. That's the core of it, right there, right? So how do we know we're not doing this? Therein lies the entire key to everything we do in the markets, right there, at that decision point. How do you know? Well, how do we approach it, right, at TDU? We know, not wonder, we know there's an algorithm sits right there, right? So if I get that turn, at least I know I've got an algorithm that I'm tucked in behind. Oh, you say, oh, okay, that's how I know. That's how I know it's the algorithm. Nope, because there's an algorithm on the other side, right? That's right here, right? Looking for that. You see, you're kind of fucked, right? I mean, you're like, oh shit, how am I going to know? Well, then now we got to come all the way back to all of a sudden, all this other stuff does kind of matter. See, didn't mean to get here, but now that I'm here, the reason all the, let's just draw some lines kind of stuff is always going to be, no, what's the right way to say it, right? I mean, it works for some people, but I think the advantage here is that because this is the core of trading right there. Are we going up? We're going down, right? I got competing algos. The algos don't know or care, actually, which one, right? Because they're going to get one of them. Which way that's going to go. So then it becomes, well, what did I get here? Did I get a 5 here? Did I get a 5 here? To might make me think that, oh, well, if I can get a slight edge here, the only reason I can anticipate that I think I have an edge here is because I can see that that finished in a 5. And that 5 has to be part of a larger 5. So then I can say, oh, the odds are that that's a 1-2. I mean, certainly could be an AB, but it's less likely that that's going to roll over based on all of the context. That's it, guys. That's the whole name of the game right there. How do I make that decision? An indicator is going to be it's going to lag, right? You're not going to have an indicator right there to tell you buy it, right? Now, by the time it gets here, you might. By the time it gets here, oh, great. Now I've just run into the golden zone from the other side. Right, the indicator is always going to be a little bit too late to give you a whole lot of conviction in that trade. So you got to make the decision right there based on the context, and then you got to look for any other tells you can get. What's the volume look like here? Right? Do I see some buyers step in here? Otherwise, you literally are flipping a coin. Heads I buy, tails I sell. How else would you know? Right? There is no other way to know, right? So you're just like, fuck, well, let's just see, right? Put a stop on it, right? We put a tight stop on it, and hopefully I get it, right? But that's all. No one ever has certainty in a trade. It's always uncertain. The outcome is always and forever uncertain. Well, for us, it is. Maybe not Composite Man. Well, I digress. But it's always uncertain. So if the decision is always uncertain, what's the only thing that would guide us into actually putting money at risk? Our perception that we have a slight, and I mean slight, because don't look for more than slight, a slight edge to take that trade. And that doesn't mean it's going to be a winner. Could just as easily do that. But I got to have the conviction to take that trade. And me personally, right, I've been doing this for almost 30 years. If I don't see this to lead me into this, I'm uncomfortable taking that trade. If I see, oh, it makes sense. There's the 5 of the 5 of the 5 of the 5. Oh, and I got to, once again, right, did I get a 5 here? If I got a 5 here and I got a 3 here, oh, fuck, I'm taking that trade comfortably and without fear. Right, and now we're back to where I was before. Okay. Well, there it is, right? I've defined my risk. I've got Jesus, that's annoying. I've got the whole thing set up. Okay, I'm prepared. I have done the mental homework here to be prepared to be stopped out. If it goes, oh, look at that, right? I feel good because I did the work to give me the conviction to pull the trigger here. If you just draw on some lines and like, well, fuck, let's just see what happens. Right. Does that sound like how a professional who makes a living in the market is going to approach trading? Does it really? Really? We'll draw a few lines. Let's see what happens. Yeah, there's some support, some resistance. Let's see. Maybe we'll get it. Context is everything. All right. I don't know so far if Neo's got it. I don't know if it's ready yet. I think at least one more down, right? And then you're going to be right here. God, so wouldn't that be great? A week from now, Zafar, if we had this finish and we were sitting right here next week and we could revisit that. Let's hope we are. Post it next week. I'll be curious to see. Okay, Frade. Oh, Frade, what do you got today? Frade's giving me, near. All right. I think you posted this one a couple of times. Near to the dollar tether. Oh, this looks like good work. Nice to see. Oh, look at that little sexy triangle going on. Okay, so I got to copy this. I love it when they give me little labels, right? Oh, big flat. Well, you can't miss that. Oh, let's see. What did you use there? Is that the triangle tool? Oh, that looks like, I think you used the harmonic tool there. Interesting. Okay, let me pull back, see where we are. Okay, so we are not in log here. Okay, why? Do we need to be in log? I'm just going to take a peek here. That's pretty good rip from less than 50 cents to 20 to, what did we get? $20? Yeah, that's, I mean, I would, right? With that, 4 times the range is pretty much the, decision point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So complexity here. So we're going to go. Okay, right. So this actually works, right? So here you might think, oh, W X, right? But it's because it's a flat, right? So he's going to go 3, 3, 5. Now, okay. So there's another good example here. Right? So I mean, to the new Elliott Wave student who had just learned about WXY, he's going to put a W there, right? So why is he not doing that? Right, so there's two factors. One, in an ideal scenario, you wouldn't have the X go that high, right? So what's more common would be for a B, right? You're looking for 90%. So you're looking for a 3, 3, 5. So he's putting the flat there because of the height of the retracement and because now he's anticipating the 5. So there, just as we were just talking before, right? You got to make a decision here. What are we doing, right? So the first thing that I love here is that he didn't do this. Oh, breakout, right? How'd the breakout work out for those people? Because I guarantee you, people were buying it right there. Breakout, let's go. How about down here? Breakout, it's going to fall through the floor. It's just, again, I just show you all day long, right? Every one, right? Eventually, right? Eventually, one goes, right? There has to be the one goes, or we go sideways forever, right? And that's all people ever focus on, the one that goes, right? Not the 700,000 that don't go, right? Oh, the one that went. Oh, so I'm going to take that every time. All right, so I'm going to change that because I think you have the wrong tool there. Actually, I'm going to hide that. I think you want this tool. A, B, C, D, E. Fuck, does it matter? Probably not. But that looked like it was the harmonic tool. Okay, so A, B, C, working on the D. E's coming. There's your 4. Boy, you went really tiny with that one. Okay. So we got this coming in right here. Oh, fuck, I just do it right here. So what's the only thing else here? I guess for here is we're zoomed in here. We can take it out of log here. Let me go. Shit, what did you give me? You gave me an hourly, didn't you? You gave me an hourly. Okay, let me go back to your settings here. We got VWAP on here. Okay, A, B, C, D, E. Okay, now I'm starting. All right, now I've been through it here. I kind of follow you. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. God, that's good work. That looks great. Nice clean target. Look, right. He's clearly defined the risk. Boy, that even may be too tight. I might give that just a touch more. Maybe he's going to go with leverage here. So you got a 17 to 1 and a 5 to 1. Right, so if he stopped out there, right, it's likely not going to blow his account up. Right, very, very reasonable risk reward. Now, I wouldn't necessarily sit here with a limit order. I'd want to see the thing start to roll over, or you want to be a little more conservative, right? Wait for the first little retrace. Right, we never know, right? It's always an educated, per the context. It would look like that's coming, right? Would look like that's coming, right? To what do we got down here? The N. Is that June? July? What is the fuck? N? Let me show you what the N means. N weekly. I should know that. N. Is that a money something? Next near? Fuck, I don't know. Okay, N weekly. Maybe his own little stuff that he's doing.
Naked weekly.
Naked. Okay, I knew that was a money crypto something. Okay, naked weekly. Okay, so so just working on this. Got a pretty fat target down here. Jesus, what do we got here? That's 17 to 1. Heads up. Anybody looking for a trade, right? You want to be with trend. Well, we know what the trend is in crypto. Right. The only question is, you could be a little tight there with that stop, to tell you the truth. That could be a little too tight. I might open that up just a hair. All right, get on the other side. Well, okay, so you got to think of it this way. Where are bulls going to want to go get the stops, right? So right, so what you'd hope to, God damn it, come here. What you'd hope to see here is this, right? run those and then come. Well, you got a little bit of a conundrum, right? So if they come up here, if they can't get them, right? Because right now, right, if you're gunning for stops, where are they? They're right here, right? Then they're going to be higher, right? So if they go get those, and then you were to do this, oh, well, now the count's off, right? But okay, again, another good example. Okay, so if they went and did that, let's just for the sake of discussion, right? Say, oh, they're gonna run these, right? So let me draw it again. All right, so here's where the stops are. We know that, right? Everybody on the planet that's looking at this chart knows where the stops are. Wait a second, let's finish it. Where are the other stops? Right here. Right? There's nobody who doesn't know that. So you got a couple of things that can happen here. One, if they push up here to try and go get the stops and they can't get there and it rolls over, well, then you might look at adding. Right? If they get up here, they run the stops, well, it kind of fucks the triangle up a little bit. Right? Now you got something like that happening. Well, you could probably still talk yourself into it, right? E can overthrow. That's a little much for the overthrow. But if you saw something like that and you could identify, maybe it's just a wick, right? It just comes up here. Oh, fuck. Do we have any? I can't even see in there. That's really a free fall right there. Yeah, they're going to have a long way to go, right? So it wouldn't make sense. So where would be the next collection of stops, right? Up here, right? So it would be a long way to go. I'm guessing there's very little, if you looked at a volume profile, there's nothing to run into here. So if this starts to go, well, first think about that, right? So how would that work? Well, you'd have to end up here, right? This would have to be the 5 here. This would have to be the, come here. This would have to be the 4 here, and you're double bottomed into a 5, and then you're into some sort of weird diag to get yourself started. 1, 2, ABC, maybe, right? Doesn't look that way, right? So God damn, this trade looks good. I may take this with you. So there's the pattern here really does not suggest that, oh, the low's in and here we're going off in something impulsive, right? It looks like a textbook consolidation. We're in a 4. Now you can be right. So, okay. Where do you, if you think that that's the case, right, where do you want to sell it, right? So where's the amateur? Where's retail say, oh, I'll just wait till it breaks the low? No, right? So just stop for a second. Think about that. When you started, or just try and think back to when you started trading, where would you think, oh, it's safe to take it? Take it down here. Where's the worst possible place to take it short? Right here. Where's the best possible place to take it short? Right here. It's so simple, right? It seems like if you've been around the market for a while, like, well, obviously, we want to sell high and buy low, but right, it's easy to say, right? Oh, fuck, of course I would do that, of course. Yeah, I know, right? So it's not how most people approach the market, right? They're afraid to do it, right? I can't sell that; it's going up. How do you get control of the risk reward, right? Not what would your, oh, here, I could do it here. All right, you're going to sell it here. Where's your stop? Well, I only risk, so okay, so you're not using the market, you're just going to use your wallet, right, to define the risk. Oh, I'm just going to do it that way. Oh, good luck. Good luck with that program. Where if you're going to use the market, where's your stop need to be? Right up here. So wouldn't it make sense to enter right here? It seems I don't mean to be condescending, right? It seems like, duh, of course. Is that where you sell? Or have you been waiting till it was safe? Like these guys, oh, I can't buy it. Let's see if we break that high. Okay, now I can buy it. I mean, oh, I can't sell it till it breaks the low. Now I can sell it. Happens every day in every market at every time frame, right? There's some new, right? We need them, right? That don't know any better to sell that for us. They do it every time. I watch it in the futures market every day. All right, let me. That's good work there, Frade. That's for anyone looking for a trade. Phew. Right, but I think we're all clear now on where to sell it. Okay, let's do VET here. I think it's our last one here. Sure. Oh, what'd the market do? Back up to the IB high. Okay. V-chain. I used to trade this one back in earlier variations of it. What we got? We got a daily here. Okay, so we're coming all the way back to the COVID low. Well, yeah, you kind of got forced into that, didn't you? Well, I don't know that is that a good, let's just take a peek there. Well, I shouldn't have to, right? Because Freyd knows better. So let's see. All right, so what I'm doing there, so you might look at this and go, oh, hey, wait, 3's not, right, 1's longer, right? No, because remember, longer is longer, right? So you got to check it in arithmetic, right? So it's way longer. It's kind of a shitty 3, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? He's got to do it, right? Because it certainly wasn't here. So that looks good. Okay, so there's the impulse with the big move in the 1. Well, really the 1 and the 5. ABC. Okay, this is good work in here. Okay, so look what he's doing. Well, 1, he's got every pivot accounted for, right? Great work, right, as he usually does. So here's the W, right? So then you think, oh, X. Well, look how he's getting there. He's going to go ABC into a W, ABC into an X, ABC into the Y of that. So this becomes that. I can do that. Kind of WXY. Right, that's good work. But see, you know, here's Elliott. I mean, here's just reality, right? So you might have been thinking, oh, okay, WXY. Oh, 1, 2. Right, you're looking for 3. Right, you don't get it. So you easily you'd been thinking that. Oh, WXY, I'm in. Oh, there's a 5, 1, 2. Right, we were talking about that before. Right, when I get here, how do I know that that's a B and not a 2? Right? Same trick question. You don't. Nobody does. Nobody knows. Right there. Zip 0 people. I bet that's technical too. Golden zone. How would you know? Wasn't the 2, right? You wouldn't. A, look at that. Nice detail work in there. He's got the triangle B. Right? Where's my B? Right? Oh, it's a triangle. Into the C. How would you know? You wouldn't. You'd have had a golden corner there too. Okay. Trading principle number 4, failure to make the median line. So look here. Not only do we fail to make the median line, we fail to make the algo target. Right? This was all full of heads up. Like, oh, wait a minute. Equal to or greater than the swing that failed to get there. There it is, right in your face. Trading principle number 4. Right, there it is. All right, so we roll over. Okay, it comes down in a 5. Well, so now I got to work backwards. Okay, well, if that came down in a 5, what the hell is this? Looks like a zigzag. Well, how do I fit a zigzag in there? What the fuck? Oh, wait a second. W, X, Y. Right? Right? I guarantee that was not his count, right, initially, right? You're rolling with what the market's doing. Oh, you didn't give me the 3. Oh, I guess we're not done with the correction. I guess we're not finished. So here's the other. Okay, right. So there's lots of good examples today. So here, if this is 1 and you're thinking 2, and this is 1, 2, well, where did my 2 retrace to? Would that have been what you were thinking for the 2? Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to only have my 2 between the 23 and 38. Well, that's possible. Possible, but is that probable? Do you want to take trades that are, well, fuck, you know, it's like it's happened before. It could be. If you ever hear yourself saying that, get the fuck out of the market right now. Well, maybe I'll have the truncation there, and then I'll get an extension in the 1, and then I'll get another truncation in that C of that B. If you're talking yourselves into trades, get out immediately. It will just get worse if you find yourself doing that. The best trades, boom, boom, boom. You see it, it goes. Like it's like an athlete, right? You're in flow, right? It's just like, the great ones, they make it look so fucking easy. Great traders make it look easy as well, and they don't fucking throw shit at the wall when they get stopped out. Okay, just cost of doing business. Next trade, because I have conviction in my approach. I have conviction in myself. I have conviction in my ability to maintain discipline when I've got money on the line. I mean, of all the times to be disciplined, isn't that the time to bring out your disciplined self? When there's money on the line? But amazingly, that's when people show the least amount of discipline. I mean, that's not me saying that. That is just shit. I've been working with traders for almost 30 years, both as a broker, as an educator. So I see people do it over and over again. Okay, I got it, right? Okay, I'm going to maintain discipline. I'm going to do it. We get into the moment. Well, fuck, I didn't want to get stopped out. So I gave it a little more room. Well, maybe the 707, maybe the 706. You're doing that. You're talking yourself into, and you're just letting it get worse. Whereas the easy decision would have been just maintain the stop, take the fucking stop, and reevaluate. Do I want to go again? Right? Because remember when we started, we made peace with ourselves. Okay, right? I can afford that. So if it gets stopped out, it's not going to ruin my day. It's not going to blow up my account. I will survive. Okay, well, if you can't hurt me, then why are you afraid of taking the trade? Right? Because we already made the business relationship with ourselves, right? Okay, I'm comfortable committing X amount of dollars into that trade because I think I have an edge here. I think I have a slight edge. I mean, the card counter doesn't get it right every time, right? Up comes the ace, right? Oh, fuck. I could have sworn there were only 3 aces in the deck. Right, up comes the 4. Right, you're going to get it wrong sometimes. Just okay. Next trade. Not fuck. Oh, I can't believe I got stopped out of that. Oh fuck. What am I going to do now? I don't know. This Elliott shit. I better go look for something else. Happens every day. Every single day in the market. Okay, let's just finish up here since our last one here. So we got a 3, right? So you'd be thinking, oh, could I be done here? Well, where am I? I'm at the 38. Could I be done? Well, you could be done. Well, what comes off of there? Oh, 1, 2. Oh, I got it. Oh, 3, 4. Right, I didn't get it, right? So we roll over here. So if you were a buyer here at the 4, you got stopped out. If you were a buyer at the 2, you probably made money. Right, remember in our purple belt, or you want to be a purple belt in TDU? C's and 3s only, right? How would you have done here? Right? You're trading the C. It's not part of a 3. You're just trading the C. So thereby, that's why you want to take the trade here because you don't fucking know, right? Is that going to be 4 or 5? How do you know? Right here, this is an example where this would have been, you would have no idea. Even the context doesn't help you here. The only thing that's helping you here is that, boy, that's a bit shallow for a 2. Could be, but odds are, right? Oh, we're going to finish here. We're going to finish this thing right here. Well, okay, maybe 1, 2, 3. But so why? So knowing that, right? So you got to think ahead. Okay, could this be the 2? Well, okay, it could be. All right, so do I get a 5 off the chute? Right? Oh yeah, I do. Oh, so here's the trade. Now you have to know. Okay, well, you got to put it in context. Okay, I got a 1, 2 here, or a possible 1, 2, and I get an impulse. Now, what are the odds that that's 4, 5? Well, right, again, you're not going to know, but just looking at where you are, you have to think that through. So if that only goes 3, and I'm going to end up rolling over to get my Z, because I only did a 38 here, then very least I'm going to take a partial there and probably tighten my stop as I get there, because that could easily just be a 3. Why? Because where I was looking for it was here. All right, that's a pretty big difference. I was looking for it down here at the 50, or down here between the 50 and the golden zone. Not because it's guaranteed to get there, but because it's most probable to get there. Okay, well, here we go. Right, here we come down to it. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into an A. kind of skinny for the B, but there it is, right? Look what's come off of it, right? Something impulsive. So it sure does look like there's one more down here to get into that. Your log scale, so you got to use a regular channel, but I wouldn't be. Oh, I got James stuff here. Oh, somebody's stuff here. Let's go default. There we go. Okay, so I've just here. Okay, I've got a little channel I can work with. A, right? You would, man, it's kind of skinny. We only got to the center line of the channel, but for back for the B, 1, 2, 3, 4. If that comes down one more time, right? Now, do we want to be a buyer right here? Well, that's for the brave. You don't need to. You don't need to do it. We sure would be looking better for the 2 down here. One of the reasons that I like the market structure is that it forces you to wait. So, okay, before I'm even going to consider getting long here, what do I need to have, right? I need to have a change of character, right? Because right now it's lower lows, lower high, lower low, lower high, right? So why do you want to buy that when, right, again, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? How do you know that that's done? Well, you don't until the market shows it to you. Oh, well, fuck, here, let's do it this way. Let's assume we're going to come down in a 5, right? That wouldn't be the assumption? Right? Not that, oh, we're definitely coming down in a 5, but at this moment in time, wouldn't you be anticipating that? Doesn't mean that that's what you'll get, but that's what you're anticipating. Okay, now, first thing that has to happen, I got to break a high. Oh, change of character. Ooh, now heads up. Retrace, right? I spent 20 minutes talking about how would you know that it's not going to do that? How would you know? Only based on the context. Well, so again, all we're looking for is the slight edge, right? So what's going to help feed that slight edge? Oh, at least I had a change of character here. I got a higher high. Now, do I get the lower low or the higher low? Well, you don't know, but at no point when you enter the market do you know a fucking thing. You don't know anything other than you believe you have a slight edge. Why do you believe you have a slight edge? Because of the context. Oh, I see. Okay, well, I've got a change of character. I've got a retrace. Now, maybe, right? We'd have to be dependent, right? Maybe there's a demand zone down here. Well, there would be because from this low we got a change of character that leaves behind a demand zone. So if we're going to come down deeper, right? If we're going to come down deeper, okay. Well, if we know a 2 can go low. Why do we like it here? Potentially because if at that point they are gunning for those stops, right? Because we're all the stops right there. Right. That's why the B, the 3, the 2 are also powerful because first you have to do that, right? That's notice. Now, if we come down here, if they can't get those, what do they have to do? Cover, 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 cover. That's why, right? So if it breaks the golden zone, don't go, well, fuck that trade. Guess that one didn't work. I guess it's going lower. Slow down. Not necessarily, right? What happens? That there is no more powerful setup than they can't get the lows. They can't get them. What do they have to do? They have to cover their shorts, right? Buy pressure creates the C, creates the 3. Same thing over and over again, right? It's not hard to understand. When you think about what the other people in the market are doing, if they're short there, okay, so it comes back here, right? If you entered the market, somebody's on the other side. What are they thinking? Why would they sell it to you here? Right? Are they only maybe they're a scalper, right? And they're happy with that. Maybe they are. Right? Maybe they'll join you here on the buy, right? Because what's the significant event here? Higher low. Now, how do we get even more conviction? Higher high. What did we just do? The algo measured move. Right? That's all it is. Higher low, higher high. What happens here? Right? Look, if we got that right in the channel, right at the algo target, right? How do you know that that's not going to roll over? Right? How do you know? Well, shit, we're going down. How would you know? You don't. You don't know, right? Well, couldn't this just as well, if this is 1, 2, and this is going to be my third, aren't I going to need a 1, 2 there? Right? Now what have I got? Come here, right? 2, 3. 4, 5. Jesus, how do you guys see that? 1, 2, right? Because I had to have a 3. I had to have an impulse here. So do you see how all of a sudden you can start to put it together? Go, oh, 1, 2. Oh, I didn't get the 3. Oh, no. What have I got now? Here I got a change of character. Here I got a higher low. Here I got a higher high. Now I got to break a structure. I have the ingredients for a trend change. Doesn't guarantee the trend change, but now I have all the ingredients. Right? I can't have a trend change without the ingredients. Can't bake a cake without the right ingredients. Okay, well, right here, do I have the ingredients? You have part of it. Do I have the ingredients here? Well, you got the next piece of it, I got to break a structure. Does not guarantee that it won't go down and take out that low. It just means that I have, again, potentially a slight edge, which is all we're ever hoping to have, because that's all you'll ever have. There is nothing beyond slight edge. So if you're looking for, I like that I get that slight edge there, but I'm looking for a little bit more. Stop looking. There is nothing more. That's it. The slightest of slight edge. And it's still fucking random. Still some whale could come in and dump on you, right? It's still, just, you got to know that going into battle, or you're going to be a dead soldier. All right, man, that's all I got. I think we're done here. Right? Are we done? Shit, we're done it early. Oh, Monty's he's day trading Bitcoin. I think that's all I got. I got VET.
Yeah, that's it. Looks like.
Okay.
There's no donations, so
all
yeah.
Right. Okay, guys. Well, there we go. I'm up in the air about tomorrow. We may take a look and see if we can get Erie on tomorrow. So I'm gonna leave it open-ended here. I'm not sure if we're doing tomorrow or not, but we'll take a look and see if we can get him on, because you guys are gonna like his work. He's been very successful trader. So he's a great addition to the team. So I hope you guys are as psyched as I am to have him on board. Monty, you're on Wednesday, right? That's still on.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Let's we'll kind of hang loose for tomorrow, see how it goes. And I will, we'll just wrap there. And at the very least, you can look for Monty with his approach on Wednesdays. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. Appreciate it. We'll get our technical stuff sorted.